Hello, I'm Mario Anderson. Coming up on In Focus Kentucky in 90 seconds, we're discussing National Breast Cancer Awareness Month and how those in Kentucky are fighting this disease. Joining me in the studio is nonprofit organization Kentucky Cancer Link, and Kentucky State Representative Adia Wishner shares her personal journey battling breast cancer. We'll be right back. Hello, I'm Mario Anderson, and welcome to In Focus Kentucky, where we take a look at issues that matter to you right here in the Bluegrass State, and we'll talk with the lawmakers, community organizers, and people like you who help shape those policies. On today's episode, we're focusing on National Breast Cancer Awareness Month and how those in Kentucky are fighting this disease. Now, according to a 2013 USA Today article, about 70,000 people between the ages of 15 and 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year, and it's not just women. According to the Mayo Clinic, men are also at risk for breast cancer, despite it being less common among men than women. Men are at a higher risk for breast cancer when they have a family history of breast cancer, are obese, or have interacted with estrogen through various drugs.
So the first race for the cure was in Louisville in 1996, and the race has been in this general area since then. 2 years ago we merged with Lexington, so now it's home in Kentucky, but we still have two different races, the one here and then the one in Lexington. I think this event is really unique because it brings people from all walks of life together with the common goal to end breast cancer. And it's not only the survivors, but like you said, the co-survivors, the caregivers, the family, the friends. These women and men need a lot of support, and it's such a special event.
Kentucky Cancer Link, formerly known as Kentucky Pink Connection, was founded in April 2008, and the organization was established by Miss Vicki Blevins Booth, who is the executive director, and she joins me in the studio along with Melissa Carr, who is the assistant director. We appreciate you both for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
We're happy to have you here. And Vicki, we'll start with you first. How did this organization get started so many years ago?
Well, I think it was a collaboration between many entities I was involved with, the Kentucky Breast Cancer Coalition. We just would come together every month, and we discovered there needed to be some kind of continuity in resources that were available in our state, and for newly diagnosed women of breast cancer to be able to find resources they need and get the support they needed after a diagnosis. And the other part was we needed a way to really focus on women needing mammograms that did not have access to the mammograms. And our role with creating Kentucky Pink Connection was basically to fill that void across our state and try to have a connection for women to have their screening and have support after a diagnosis of breast cancer.
And Melissa, I know when people do learn of the diagnosis, there's a lot of questions that come up, but one of the things we don't know how to do is how to navigate the healthcare system and what resources are available, and talk about the patient navigation system that you all have over at the Kentucky Cancer Link.
Well, we really strive to really just be a safety net for the patient. So when they are referred to us, whether they contact us through our website or if they're referred by a case manager or social worker, we really just try to create that relationship with them to help them feel comfortable, and we just really try to work within their community to try and find resources, because when you do hear the words "you have cancer," it just opens up a whole host of new questions and just wondering. So just making sure that we are able to educate people on the resources that are available, and just to try to give a little bit of that hope that is just so important when you're going through a diagnosis.
And Vicki, as we mentioned, the organization that you created started in 2008, 10 years later. Talk about the evolving over the organization, and how things have changed over these 10 years.
Well, as you said, we started with breast cancer back in '08, and as we progressed, we had more needs for cervical. Our state has a program, a breast and cervical treatment program, so we wanted to really, if we have a lady in front of us that needs a mammogram, we also wanted to talk about cervical screenings. So we progressed into promoting breast and cervical. In 2013, we had an opportunity to partner with the Fayette County Health Department and working with the state on a colon program. And as we evolved into that, it just seemed like we got more and more requests for people who had lung, colon, all types of cancers. So our board voted in 2014 to expand our mission, change our name to Kentucky Cancer Link, and be that link for all cancers.
And what about volunteers? How can people get in touch with you all if they want to volunteer with the organization, or just in general learn more information about what you all do?
Well, really, because we are a HIPAA compliant place, we do welcome, volunteers from time to time for things in-house, as far as helping with answering phones or different projects that we may have. But really, with the events, we love to have volunteers. Like she said, we just had our 5th annual golf scramble, and that's always a fun day, reaching out to the community. And then we partner with Race Rise for the Quarter Horse Marathon Relay. And again, it's just a great way for them to be able to give back. And the Race Against Cancer is going to be another fun event this year. But we do love our volunteers, and we try to get them engaged as much as we can, in the office. But then health fairs and all kinds of things are a great opportunity as well. Because we are a small staff, we're small but mighty, with a big job, but it definitely takes a village. So.
Well, Melissa and Vicki, we appreciate you both for joining us here on the program to discuss what you are doing with the Kentucky Cancer Link, and looking forward to seeing and having you back here on the program in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're just getting started on In Focus Kentucky. Coming up after the break, she's a state representative who tackled more than just legislation while in office. You'll hear from Adia Wishners about her journey as a proud breast cancer survivor. We'll be right back.